Hi, this is Wu Zhang. Welcome to my channel. It's been already a month since I received my Cybertruck and I've been driven around 1700 miles, and today I'd like to share my thoughts and experience with you. Overall, I really enjoyed the ride. I've been driving Tesla since I bought my first Model 3 in 2018. Even though Cybertruck is on the pricier side, I love how Cybertruck handles. Despite its large size, the handling and ride quality are fantastic. The high driving positions give me a great view of the road, providing sense of openness. As for the exterior, I know opinions may vary, but personally, I find it more appealing the more I look at it. Of course, being a truck, it's pretty big, which can be a bit of a hassle when parking. You need to find a place with plenty of room both in front and behind, and I'll dive into that in more details later. There still aren't many Cybertrucks on the road, so it definitely attracts a lot of attention. People ask me questions most of the time and get pictures taken quite a bit. I noticed a few minor issues, but I'll be taking it to service center next week to address those things that I found on the delivery date. I'll also share post-service experience and how well the repair were done in the future video. So far, I haven't taken it to road trip yet, just used for my daily commute, and I haven't had any issues with the driving range. Tesla claims a full charge gets you about 310 to 340 miles, and I usually charge to 90% once a week, which is about the same frequency as when I was driving my Model Y. That said, the larger battery does mean a longer charge time, and I noticed a slight increase in my electricity bill. I kept track of my mileage so far, and efficiency is pretty good. About 360 watt-hour per mile, with a total of 606 kilowatt-hours used so far. Thanks to the air suspension and thick tire, the Cybertruck offers a smooth ride, and I noticed a significant reduction in the road vibration. After switching it from the early Model Y to Cybertruck, I really appreciate how much quieter the cabin is at the highway speed thanks to the dual pan windows and air dynamics. This is my first time driving a pickup truck, so I was initially worried about handling such a big vehicle. But with the steer-by-wire technology, cornering is surprisingly quick and easy. I've gotten so used to this steering that I now feel awkward and weird to turn the wheels as much as I need in other cars when making U-turns or sharp turns. For those who aren't familiar, steer-by-wires mean the steering wheels and wheels are not mechanically connected like traditional car. Instead, sensors and electronic controls the movement. Since the rear wheels can also steer, Cybertruck has a tight turn radius for such a large vehicle. One of the downsides is having a thick A-pillar, which can block a view a bit when making turns. It's not an issue when driving straight, but you do need to be cautious around curves and other obstacles during turns. As a Tesla owner, I was looking forward to using FSD for some autonomous driving, but unfortunately, the firmware updates hasn't rolled out yet, so it's not available on Cybertrucks. I found FSD super useful for my daily commute in the Model Y, so I do miss it now that I have to drive manually. For now, the only available feature is a traffic-aware cruise control, which adjusts the distance to the car in front and slows down as needed, but you still need to steer yourself. The lane departure warning is just the alert sound without any steering assistance. They said FSD update is coming in August, so I'm patiently waiting for that right now. Another good thing about Cybertruck is having a larger touchscreen, though I do have to keep the rear camera view on all times since the rear view mirror isn't very useful. This does mean part of the map gets blocked, which can be a little annoying. As for the sound system, I thought the Model Y was already pretty good, but Cybertruck has even more speakers, though the difference isn't that noticeable. However, the bass feels stronger, possibly due to extra subwoofer. I never had a cooling seats on Tesla before, but now that I do, I absolutely love them. Especially in this hot weather, they keep me cool and comfortable while driving. The cabin overheat protection feature also activates the cooling seats to help lower the interior temperature, which seems to help reduce battery drain. One thing to note is that Cybertruck's stainless steel body shows fingerprint easily on the door, and things like bugs or bird dropping can seem to penetrate more deeply if you left it for a while. They're not impossible to clean, but you do have to be a bit more careful when you're washing the car. It's been raining a lot lately, so I haven't washed it yet, but I noticed that dust doesn't show as much compared to black cars, and it seems to stay relatively clean. I haven't put any large loads or done any towing yet, but the truck bed has been super convenient for putting groceries and other stuff. No more struggle to organize items like I did it before, everything just fits. However, since the truck bed doesn't have the air conditioning, I make sure to store frozen food in the back seats or in the cooler separately. Parking spaces are generally wide enough. It's not a big issue, but because of the truck length, I try to park as far back as possible to avoid sticking out and cause problem for other cars. The front and rear cameras make parking easy, though without FSD activated, the screen doesn't show object distance or play warning sounds just yet. That's another feature I'm waiting on. I'm looking forward to gaining more experience with Cybertruck, and after a couple more months of driving, I'll share more details review with you, including all the pros and cons. If you enjoyed this video, please give a like and subscribe to my channel. See ya!